look for Rossi in number 8 kart, Beggio number 6 kart, and the race is on. This is the World Cup in Japan 1992, and it is Danilo Rossi and the Team CRG. Rotax takes the lead, and tucking in behind him there, the number 6 kart of Gianluca Beggio, Mad Max from Monza. Rossi having gone on in 1993 to the Italian Formula 3 Championship, where he's already had 2 wins. But this, I repeat, is last year's World Cup in Japan. Great racing on this superb facility alongside Suzuka Grand Prix circuit. It actually shares none of the same track. It's a totally separate kart circuit in its own right, but based on Suzuka's Formula 1 circuit, its own pits, its own administration facilities, and a very impressive layout, as all the European drivers were quick to acknowledge. So it is still Danilo Rossi out front from Beggio, and behind, carrying the number 1 World Championship plate of 1991, Jarno Trulli of Italy, Koji Suda of Japan in the number 24 kart, and Ralph Furman of Britain. Behind in those yellow overalls, you can pick him up easily. Ralph Furman, son of Ralph Furman Sr. of Van Diemen Cars, being tutored. And he also, since this race, has moved on into Formula Racing in Britain. Furman trying to pick off Suda for that 4th place, as Rossi and Beggio put on a formation flying display there. Beggio, 23 years old at the time of this race, from Monza. He was the 1992 European Formula K champion. And this battle here going on at the moment between Jason Watt of Denmark and Ralph Furman. So Watt has just got ahead of Furman. So here is the fight now for the top 6 places. It's Rossi, Beggio, Trulli. Behind them, Ritarbris in the number 12 kart there. Milton Ritarbris, who comes from Stockholm. Been racing since 1984. But this is still the lead battle, and Rossi absolutely controlling the race from the front. Very impressive display by the man who has now moved on into Formula 3. That is Keisuke Suzuki. He is out. Also out is Alessandro Manetti, looking very fed up with matters. Manetti's race over. He was the 1991 Formula A World Champion. He's also the 1991 European Champion. And last year, 92, he was 2nd in the World Formula K Championship and 3rd in the European. But at the moment in front, it is just Beggio. Beggio's past Manetti, but not for long, because Manetti takes that place back again. I think perhaps letting Beggio just have a stab at the lead there, just to see how he would do it, so he can defend himself later on if necessary. Milton Ritarbris now coming right up with them. So these 3 breaking away. Ritarbris was 2nd in the World Cup in 91. He's looking to improve on that today. He was the 1992 Scandinavian champion, 2nd in the European Formula K Championship last year. And finished 9th in the World Championships at Ugento, but this was last May in Japan for the World Cup, the Formula Shell World Cup, part of the Bridgestone CIK Asia Pacific Championship, in fact. As we said earlier, an invitation race for the top European kartists matched against the top kartists from Japan. The Japanese, of course, having the advantage of being here on this, their home circuit. But at the moment, it has to be said, the Europeans putting on an impressive display, filling the top 6 places at this time. Halfway through his 24-lap race, Milton Ritabris makes a move for 2nd place, and he takes it, in fact. He takes it away from Gianluca Beggio, so it's Rossi leading from Ritabris, CRG Rotax on Dunlop tires from Birol, on Vega tires, Intel system, engine for Ritabris, and behind them still this battle going on between the number 16 kart now of Charlotte Hellberg, Lotte Hellberg, and Ralph Furman of England. Lotte Hellberg has come through, the first lady of karting, 21 years old last year, from Norrköping in Sweden. She was the 1992 Swedish champion. She finished 4th in the 1991 World Championships. And she's looking for a good finish as well. This is the lead battle still. Rossi from Ritabris, with Hellberg now up into 3rd place, I think, from Ralph Furman. Beggio falling back a little bit with a tyre problem, maybe. No, he's still just holding on there, ahead of Hellberg. Hellberg's got past Ralph Furman, as we saw. But Beggio still just maintaining 3rd place. I'm sure, though, he has a tyre problem. The kart is sliding a lot. Perhaps he pushed too much too soon. Getting right down, looking over his shoulder. Where is she? And there she is. She comes out from behind, but no. He just blocks her going into that first right-hander after the pit straight. And again, getting head tucked right down. Minimize the wind resistance. Ralph Furman Jr. still hanging on there in 4th place, looking for a chance to slip by both of these people in front of him. But Rossi going further and further away out front. Has a now 3-second lead. And Lotte Hellberg attacking again. One of the top runners of 1992. She won in Luxembourg. And there she is showing her form. She goes through, takes that 3rd place away from Beggio, and now Ralph Furman is starting to close up. We see again, look, he waves her by, he realizes he's holding her up. He slows a little, she just taps the back of him, and now he tucks in behind her. Perhaps he thinks he can preserve his tyres by getting in a slipstream. As we're looking for Ralph Furman from Attleborough in Norfolk, very close to Snetterton Circuit, close to the Van Diemen base. Here's our race leader, Danilo Rossi from Milton Ritabris. There is Ralph Furman in 4th place at the moment, but he's closing right up on Gianluca Beggio now. It's Norfolk's finest against Mad Max from Monza, and he's climbing all over him. Furman in the Tony Rotax on Bridgestone tyres is coming up for the kill, goes into that corner and through on the inside. There was nothing that Beggio could do. He tried to resist, he moved over a little to shut the door, but no, Ralph Jr. was straight through and into 3rd, not 3rd, but 4th place behind Hellberg. So it's Rossi, Ritabris, Hellberg, Furman, Beggio, and in 6th place at the moment, Australia's John David